Hi everyone, welcome back to the Weekly Pause. This week we are taking a deeper dive into how to lean in and fully listen to the other person when you're in a conversation. Sometimes we might get super distracted, sometimes we might be queuing up what we're saying in response. So this week is all about how to stay grounded in the present moment, truly listen to understand, and you may just find yourself in the other person's perspective and learning something. So let's listen to what our weekly ambassadors have to say about how to listen mindfully.
To me, mindful listening is a great way to just take a moment and be in the present moment. So mindful listening can be practiced at any time. It's a great way to practice mindfulness informally. A lot of people think that mindfulness is long-term meditation, but it's really not that complicated. All you have to do is take a moment and really listen and take in the moment that's around you. This grounds you in the present and lets you not focus on what's coming in the future. For example, right now I'm listening to the leaves rattling in the wind, some trucks driving around in the distance, and I'm not worried about where I have to go later today or the things I have to get done. That's mindfulness, simple as that. Mindful listening is also really great when you're talking to someone else. It really aids in conversation. A lot of the time it's easy to talk to someone and just be planning about what you're going to say, but you're not really listening to that conversation and you're not getting the full meaning out of it that you could be. So mindful listening asks you to listen to what the person's saying and understand it. Now that can be pretty difficult. It's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. So one strategy that I've developed for myself is to plan questions, not responses. If I'm planning on responding to someone with another story, then I'm not really listening to the story they're telling me. Whereas if I'm planning a meaningful question that they haven't already answered, then I have to be listening the whole time to what they're saying. I get more out of the conversation and they believe that I'm really listening to them. That's all that mindful listening really is.
Hi, I'm Ann Heckman. I am the Director of Educator Quality for Eagle County Schools. What is emotional intelligence and how do we manage it? I think the best way to answer that question is to just share a personal story. When I was a principal in Eagle County Schools, one of the things I learned about myself was I was always listening to respond, and I learned the importance and the need for me to listen to understand. And how that ties to emotional intelligence is when you're listening to respond, you're all about you and protecting yourself. When you're listening to understand, it creates a relationship with the person you're engaging with. You have self-awareness of what you're feeling, but you're also aware of what they're feeling, what they're expressing to you, and you're able to not just react from a very emotional brain, but to react from a rational brain. So, because sometimes those can get out of whack, and it's important for your rational brain to be perceiving the emotion that's being presented to you in a conversation, and to know how to meet it in a way that's going to be beneficial for both people participating in the conversation. So that's a way that I try to utilize emotional intelligence. It is a learned skill and a practice skill. It's not something people are immediately good at, but I think in today's day and age, it is something that we need to do more of, is try to listen to understand. Where is the person coming from? What is it that they're experiencing? What emotion are they portraying? And let them know that you're hearing and you're understanding. Share with them some empathy, and then together decide how to move forward.
Thank you, Ann and Sam, for being our Weekly Pause ambassadors and giving us your take on how to listen mindfully.